Hi. Yes, it's
Hi,
Kayla.
everyone. Can
Hi.
you guys introduce yourself? Where are you from? Are you a tattoo artist or not yet? Do you work with Camouflage? Please introduce yourself.
I'll start. I'm Elaine, and I'm in New Zealand. So it's also pretty early in the morning for us here. I don't have any previous experience, which is why Fernanda is a big, like someone I look up to. Because I feel like you probably started the same way I'm starting now.
Yeah.
Yes, so I've got 4 children and I'm ready to get back into work, but I've always wanted to do something in the beauty industry and I never knew what it was. So I felt like now's my chance to do something different, something fun, something that I'd actually enjoy, and something that is not very much available in New Zealand at all. Like, I think there's only one other person here that does it. So
you will be the first. Great. Nice. Awesome. And who's next?
I'll go.
Okay.
I'm Sam. I'm from Cape Town in South Africa. I've been doing permanent makeup for about 16 years, but I've also got 2 kids now, and I do more sort of paramedical stuff, so like laser tattoo removal, plasma, that sort of thing. So I've like left the cosmetic side of it, and I'm really interested in getting to understand the whole camouflage side, because again, no one's doing it here. It's a really amazing thing, but no one really offers it. I mean, now and again, permanent makeup artists will offer it, but you can tell it's not their speciality. They're like, cool, we've got the pigments and we can tattoo an eyebrow, so we think we can color in a stretch mark, but it's not the same.
Okay, good. So you will be the first also?
I think so, yeah. No, I don't know of anyone that's done a course like yours. So no, yeah, I'm quite excited.
Good. To be a pioneer, something awesome.
Yeah.
Good. And you? No, it's not Sam. Sorry. It's
Kayla.
Kayla.
Yeah, Kayla. Well, I am currently in nurse practitioner school. So the end goal is to do injectables later on, fillers, Botox, whatnot. But I'm still in school. So the goal is to open up my own clinic. And I actually, through my research, I did see that in Miami, there are a couple of places that are doing it, but it's still relatively new here to Central Florida. I'm from Florida, by the way. A few people up here in the Orlando area, a couple in Miami that are doing it, but I feel like it's fairly new. So this is a great service to start with, and then later on incorporate injectables once I'm done with school.
Yeah, you will be the first with the brand new technique, because in Miami there is a lot of people doing the camouflage,
Right.
but with a very poor technique, very poor technique.
Right.
So to you, because you will have all the knowledge of a nurse and you will have the camouflage.
Right. Yeah. And I do want to produce quality work. That's like the main goal. I don't just want to do it just to do it. I want to be the best.
Very good. And you're finishing your course?
So I'm a registered nurse right now. I'm an ER nurse. I've been doing that for over 6 years. And but now I'm getting my master's. So in order to practice injectables here in the state of Florida, you have to have your master's. So that's what I'm working on, because now I want to transition from being an ER nurse to actually doing aesthetics.
Okay, you need to have a specialty in aesthetics to do it, the fillers, Botox, and everything.
Right.
Can you do fillers already or not yet?
No, I would have to complete my master's program, which I'm doing right now, in order to do that in the state of Florida. There are other states where you can, as a nurse, like I am right now, where you can practice without having the supervision of a doctor. But because I live in the state of Florida, I need to obtain my master's degree in order to do injectables. But that's going to happen in a year and a half. But this I can do without my master's. So I figured this is a great way to start.
Yes. And you will have you will profit a lot more with camouflage than fillers. Fillers, it's very easy to do it. It's very easy to do fillers and Botox. You will see once you will start to do it, it's very easy. But the profit, it's not so good because the fillers are much expensive than pigments.
Yeah, the fillers are very expensive. You're right. And it's not cheap to get it done because the product is very expensive. You're right.
Yes. So good. Do you have any question before we start the training? Okay,
No.
good.
Yeah, I'm sure as we go along, we'll have questions.
So today we are going to talk about the theory. We are going to talk about the camouflage technique, about the skin, about the materials. If you have any question, you can stop me at any time and we can talk about it, okay?
Okay.
Good?
Yes, thank you.
When I started, I had no background with tattoo, with nothing. I have done a University of Biomedicals. I'm writing a monography today of biosecurity on dermopigmentation with a doctor, with someone of the FDA from Brazil. And I'm 100% dedicated on this business, okay? So it wasn't easy because my first training was very, very poor. And at the time, I realized that it wasn't easy as people was saying, like just a tattoo. It wasn't like that because you're tattooing stretch marks, you're tattooing pathological scars, and it's very different from a normal skin. So you need to know a little bit more about skin, and it's pretty different from an artistic tattoo, a brow, lips, okay? So that's why today we're going to talk a little bit more about skin and a little bit more about what is the camouflage, okay? Okay. So what's the camouflage? Someone want to answer me? So I have an idea what you believe it's the camouflage? Kayla, what's the camouflage?
Camouflage is an illusion. It's not something that's going to fix the epidermis or dermis, but it's more of an illusion. Matching of the color of the skin that's adjacent to the stretch mark.
Everyone agrees with Kayla?
Yes.
Someone want to say, to add something more? Or that's it?
No, I think they're pretty similar, I would say as well.
Okay,
Yeah.
very good. So the camouflage, it's a tattoo, okay? So you can use it as cosmetic purpose or medical purpose. The thing that you need to explain to your client, because you will see people will reach you with very bad stretch marks, very bad, very damaged skin, and they will have the illusion or they will have the dream that the camouflage will fix the skin. So it will glow the skin will be like a baby skin, okay? So you need to explain them that the only thing that the camouflage will change will be the color of the scar, of the stain, of the stretch mark, and the texture will not change, okay? So it's not a treatment. It's a tattoo, that's it. So if the skin is raised, the skin will stay raised. If the skin is deep, it will stay deep, okay? It will not change the morphology of the skin, only the color.
Cool.
Good. So any question
Nope.
before we proceed? Okay, so your client will ask you about the sun. And what happens when I go to the beach and I get tan? Do you know how to answer this question? What will happen with my camouflage when the color of my skin will be darker? The camouflage will be darker, or what will happen?
Stays the same.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Yeah, and it'll remain unaffected.
Good. Everyone has seen the video on YouTube?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
dermis
good.
versus epidermis.
Good. So we don't need to see it again.
I think this is where you differ because from what I've seen generally, because most permanent makeup goes just into the epidermis, I think a lot of people are getting it wrong and tattooing very concentrated pigments into the epidermis. And that's when you end up getting white, even whiter streaks and problems later on.
Yes. And the biggest problem, it's not when you put the pigment on the epidermis. The biggest problem is when you put micropigmentation pigments on dermis.
Okay.
Okay, and then I'm going to explain you why, but later. Okay.
Okay, we'll get there.
So what's the exclusivity of this procedure? So that you can tan with no problem. Okay, so it's the video on YouTube. You will have no color change. And here, just take note, I will explain later, but here we have exceptions, okay? We are going to see it later when we are going to be talking about skin, okay? We have lasting results. Lasting result is different from permanent result, okay? Lasting results. Good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Any questions? No? Please ask, okay? Okay, good. So the application, what we can cover up with pigment. We can do scars. We can do stretch marks. We can do vitiligo. We can do stain spots, okay?
Mm-hmm.